Hey, how's it going? Welcome to scenario 7, our week 7 scenario. I guess 7. um, so our scenario here is that Carl has granted sysAdmin controls to I think all of the users at the bowling alley. And what we need to be able to do is two steps here. Is one, explain why that's not the greatest idea and that there's some security risks involved. And two, is implement a job that we can, or like a daily scheduled job that we can activate in order to monitor all sysadmin activity, including accounts created, logins, and such. So I think what I'll do first is I'll like kind of show what I did, in creating that scheduled job, and then I'll explain why it's important to limit adding too many logins to the sysadmin role. So to start off, what we did is we first created our login user, Ralph, in order to simulate some of this. And we have had Ralph go ahead and create 4 different new admins, which is Jake, Jess, Dawn, and Derek. So in this instance, we want to be able to check first off to see, what's going on there. Like, because obviously we just created Ralph, we don't know about the rest, so we would use this command, the select statement, in order for us to see what's going on. As you can see here, we're able to see all the different system admins, and we have 4 new ones here, as well as the last time they are when they were brought online or last modified. So we see those right here. What we want to do now is we want to, keep an eye on these people, these individuals. So and revoke access if we need to. So what we'll do is we go here and we created a job called Audit System Admin. And what we did there is we added in the step 1, as we can pull up right here. In step 1, we created, we used this little string right here, our lines, to drop table if exists, and then create table custom audit.sysadmin login. It's going to give us 3 columns. We then have here in the next step, which is insert into common custom audit.sysadmin logins. And we're going to use this data to fill those columns up. So right here, if we go into our databases and we go into, let's see it, yeah, right here. On the tables right here in our bowling league, you can see that it's not located. The table has not been created. So what we're going to do is go ahead and run that job really quick. Start at step 1. Go ahead and start. Success to creating the table and success to add information. So now what happens is if we go ahead and refresh here, we can see that we have indeed a custom audit. And if we check the top, check those, we can see that all that information has been added. So we can see the added date, the times they were in, and the last time that we can see all of the system and administrative users and what kind of login they have, as well as like when they were last modified, like when was the last time anything was modified with those like users. So as you can see here, we kind of have the ability to check this, and going a step further, you just create a schedule to the job, which, I'm not going to go through the full process because I forgot to do that, but it's pretty simple. You just create a new, I guess just really quick. Admin, audits, and it's just a reoccurring enable. This is going to happen weekly on Monday. Oh wait, we want it daily because that's what we want. So yeah, there you go. We just added that, so this is something that will happen every week. Anyways, continuing on to why this is considered a security risk to do this is right here. Obviously, we have system administrators. They have the capability of altering anything in the database, which is not something you want to just give willy-nilly, especially because, like we can see here, if we did, if we had no idea about these other admins with Ralph, we can see that Ralph created 4 other admins, and that's not a good thing. Like that gives that basically narrows down your control of the situation, gives them access to information that they probably shouldn't have. This can include client information that is sensitive that we do not want to give out. And that's not something that just anybody should have, because you can definitely get into some lawsuit cases with that. That just being one of the bigger scenarios. But I'd say down the line that Jess decides to leave and we forget to remove those, or we don't keep a eye on who has that, because we have so many system administrators. Jess decides to leave, and we forget about it, and one day she decides that she wants to look something up, and she pulls up and jumps on there and is able to like alter information or look up information that is no longer something part of her job and she shouldn't be allowed. Or let's say Don leaves on bad terms and he wants to get a little revenge and he decides to just delete the database in general. There's a lot of things that can go wrong here, and the idea of giving everybody these different system controls is just very unwise. That is definitely something you never want to do. The better alternative is to create either roles or schemas in order to match each employee with what kind of level of access they'll need, or create some sort of temporary ad where you can temporarily grant them access in some way. So right there, that's kind of the bulk of what you need to be understood here. And I hope that kind of fully underlines the scenario and what are the risks and what you should be trying to accomplish. But in the end, if this is something that happens, creating jobs like this allow us to monitor that information, especially when it comes to select statements that we can do a weekly basis on. There's a lot to that, and emailing us when stuff goes wrong and all that. Just, yeah, in general, that table, creating that table or creating this job allows us to be better at life. So, all right, hope that works. We'll go ahead and stop the video here.